Hi, welcome. Let's go ahead and get started. Come to your hands and knees, tabletop. And on your exhale, go ahead, arch your back into cat. Shoulders are over your wrist, hips are over your knees. Inhale, cow. Head and hips point up, chest comes down in between your arms, pointing slightly forward. And go ahead, follow your breath. Flow through a couple of those. Any movements that feel good in here, go ahead and add them. The inside creases of your elbows are pointing slightly forward. On your next inhale, come back through tabletop. Left arm or left leg and right arm extend forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Try to keep your hips square. Your core is working so your back is protected. Press down through the hand and knee that's on the mat. Exhale, lower. Inhale, other side. Exhale, lower. Inhale, other side. Neck stays long. Exhale, lower. Inhale, other side. Exhale, lower. Last side. And then go ahead, push back to child's pose. Knees can stay together or spread partly. Arms stay extended, forehead lowers to the mat. On your next inhale, bring your knees together underneath you. Push through your hands, pull yourself up, modified kneeling plank. Exhale, lower all the way to the mat. Inhale, come up to cobra, pushing through the tops of your feet. Your legs are active, your glutes are active. Exhaling, push back to child's pose. Inhaling, coming through a modified vinyasa one more time. Lowering. Inhaling, raise to cobra. Exhaling, pushing back to plank. Inhaling, come up to tabletop. Spin on your lower left leg, your shin out so it's perpendicular to the long edge of your mat. Open your right hip and come into a modified kneeling plank. Place your foot on the ground. Extend your right arm overhead, and on your inhale, push up to come into gate pose. Exhale, lower. Your hand doesn't have to come all the way to the mat. You can tense your fingers. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Warming up the side. A lot of times we don't move in this plane in yoga. Exhaling, lower. Spinning down, bringing your knees back underneath you. Other side, right shin comes out. Find the modified plank on this side. Inhaling, gate pose on this side. Exhaling, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhaling, lower, spinning back down. Coming back to tabletop. Flipping your toes, spreading the fingers on your hands and pressing down. Grip the mat, push up into an easy downward facing dog. Arms externally rotated, lats engaged, core engaged. Maybe walk your dog out. Take any movements that feel good here. Poses don't have to be static. There's actually a lot of micro movements going on. On your next inhale, bring your left foot in between your hands however you can. Lower your right knee and come into a low lunge. Bring your hips over your back knee, your shoulders over your hips. Inhale your arms up while squaring your hips by pulling back on your front hip, pushing forward on your back hip. Inhale, tall spine. Stay here if you'd like, or exhale, find some depth. Try not to collapse into your lower back, into your lumbar spine. Exhale, left hand comes to your front knee, right hand comes to the mat. Walk your left foot out towards the edge of the mat, spinning your toe out slightly, and sink more into the hips, taking a slight twist. Exhale, move your foot back to center. Plant your left hand to frame your foot. Flip your back toes, push back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, right foot comes forward, left knee comes down. Find low lunge on this side. Coming up tall, stacking your body. Exhaling, finding depth. Squaring your hips. Exhaling, right hand to your knee, left hand to the mat, walking your right foot out. Slight twist on this side. Don't crank the twist. Twist from your core. Actually, try to make all your movements come from your core. Exhaling, walking your right foot back in, planting your left hand, coming up, stepping up this time into a forward fold. Spread your feet wider than hips width distance. Grab opposite elbows. Bend your knees as much as you want to and rock side to side. Ragdoll. Let your head hang heavy. You can really shift your weight from foot to foot. Whatever feels good. Exhale, release your hands. And then go ahead, spin so you're open to the long edge of your mat. Feet wider than your shoulders. Go ahead and pick a good distance. Exhale, bend your left knee, sink into your left hip, feeling the stretch on the inside of your right thigh. Exhale through center, right side. Inhale through center, exhale, lower to the other side. And go ahead and follow your breath for a couple more of those, holding if it feels good, and if not, moving through it. Sometimes our bodies like to be warmed up before we hold poses. Last one. Inhale, spin back to the front of your mat, plant your hands, come back to downward facing dog. Maybe see if your heels are closer to touching the mat. It's not a big deal if they're not. Inhale, shift forward into high plank, full body engaged. Exhale, lower, chaturanga, halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Grip with your hands, push yourself away from the mat. Exhale, come back to downward facing dog. Walk, step, however you want to move to the top of your mat. Come into forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift, hands to shins or fingertips on the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way back up to mountain. And from there, go ahead and flow into whatever other practice you would like, or flow through that a couple of times. Thank you, and I'll see you.